Sound good?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay,
Yeah, we good.
All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
We are here once again. And first and foremost, as always, we'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash.
All right, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right, peace and blessings to you all for elect that's out there doing his work in truth and in sincerity. All right, and as well, you few sincere aqua for our sisters that come across this video, shalom. All right, yeah, hey, we were just talking before we went live about how the Lord is shortening up the days. You know, we see a lot of things happening, you know, in a rapid pace, and we see Esau, he forwarding his agenda, which is ultimately the Lord's agenda, at an all-time high as well. You know, because he know that he got it but a short time. All right, and you know, if brothers got any, you know, articles or anything like current, you know, to bring that out. But you can start with that Matthew 24. I think it's verse like.
It's the book of St. Matthew, chapter 24, and start at verse 21, and it reads, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be."
Right, and this is talking about the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, it's going to be a time time of great tribulation. All right, great testing. You see, and that's what this world is being driven to because of all the wickedness. All right, can you read that again, Papa? Read it again. Okay.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, never. It's like no, nor ever shall be.
Nor ever shall be. You know, this is gonna be the worst time on planet Earth. You know, everything that happened to Jake leading up to this time of Jacob's trouble is gonna pale in comparison. You know, because Jake is at the all-time worst now, man. We see it all on, you know, all on social media, World Star. You know, you got the elder page through. You know, he always, every day he posting something there, man. Just see the folly of Israel. What's up?
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter, oh, were y'all doing that? 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5 and verse 1. And it reads, "But of the time and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night."
Right, and that's speaking metaphorically, all right, because this place is consumed in darkness. This place is up at night, you know, it's up darkness. So in Isaiah the 16th chapter, all right, the world life in gross darkness, and gross darkness shall cover the people, roughly paraphrasing. So, but we, hopefully elect, we have the light. You know, that's the reason why it says you have no need that he write unto us, because through the Spirit we have been gifted with this understanding, you know.
It's a lot of cut you off, but it's a thief. A thief gonna tell you what they're gonna do. A thief gonna tell you when they're gonna come to your house. A thief don't tell you when they're gonna come to your house, man. All right, and take things from you. All right, because basically a thief plot and scheme. All right, what they're gonna do. You know, Yahweh Shai himself, he says he said he comes as a thief of the night. All right, so he's not gonna tell you when he's gonna come, when he's gonna arrive, man. All right, that's why Matthew 10:34 tells you that think not I come to send peace on earth, I come to send peace but a sword, man. All right, so he's actually telling you that don't think I'm coming with peace, man, joy, happiness and shit. All right, so he comes to the thief. All right, he's basically coming unexpected, man. All right,
right, and the thief, you know, said, can you read that again, Bob?
1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and I'm verse 1. "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night."
Right, and you know, because he want to catch the world sleeping, you know, and what's causing them to be in a great slumber is all, you know, the pleasure of society, man. You know, the darkness, you know, they caught up in it, so they can't see what's going on. You know, we are the hopeful elect. We are in the spirit of detaching from this place, man, because you got to. So in the Micah 2:10, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not our rest." You know, but when you rest, you sleep and you comfortable. All right, you're not concerned about what's going on, and that's typical Jake right there. That's 2/3 of Israel, man. They don't give a damn what's coming down the pike, man. All right. You got it.
Hold on 1 second. You gotta have the let's get to the scripture.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Right. They saying, the world is saying peace and safety. You know, the whole CV-19 thing, you know, it died down, so to speak. You know, which I heard they're gonna come back with a vengeance with all of that. All right, but you know, people just caught up. You know, they what did it say? It said peace and safety, peace and safety. Then sudden destruction come upon them. Sort of like when you setting up a trap. You know, like a hunter out there. You know, they be out there setting up little traps for the animals. You know, and then they get caught up in there and they can't get out of it. You know, that's how it's gonna be for these people. You know, you got it.
Verse 4, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief.
Right. We're not in darkness. So in Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times, man. All right. That's what keeping us in the know. You know, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. So in 2 Corinthians 2:11. You know, to be ignorant means not to know. And 2/3 of Israel, they don't know. That's why they perish for lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6. You got it.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 1. And it reads, arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Can you read again? I can't.
Kind of will, you know, it said his glory shall be seen upon us, and that's through the Spirit. You know, there's another scripture in the Apocrypha that says, "Wisdom maketh a man face to shine." You know, and they can see that wisdom on us. They can see that glow about us. You know, they can't call it, but we know through the Spirit that's what it is, man. You got it.
God. Isaiah 60 and 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. That's the Heavenly Father actually speaking to the hopeful elect. You know, arise, shine, wake up. All right, because the light has come. The light is His wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, the glory of the Lord is risen upon us. We've been given through mercy the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, man. Verse 2, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people.
Right, and that's primarily through Esau's witchcraft, man. You know, what is that? Somebody can get 2 Corinthians 4 and 4, 33.
This is Romans 13 and 11, and it reads, it says, and that knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. The night is far spent.
Well, you can break it down.
I'll start back over. So Romans 13 and 11 says, and that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep. Hey, it's time to wake up out of the mindset that you are in Babylon. You know, it's time to put on the mindset of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? Understanding what we're supposed to be doing in this time, focused on the scriptures. You know, the brother talked about studying to show yourself approved. You know, diving into the scriptures. You know, understanding who our enemy is and what this enemy is trying to do to us in this time.
Read that part again.
Right? This is Romans 13 and 11. It says, and that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep.
Now, if you break that word down in the Greek, sleep goes back to the Greek word hupnos. It means to be hypnotized, sleep. You know what I'm saying? Warped. There's a lot of people out here, especially 2/3 of so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Y'all sleep. You know what I'm saying? To what's going on. All right? That's why the scripture say, wake up out of sleep. It is high times right now. We in high times. Okay? The Lord's coming back. We in high times of prophecy. Okay? That's what sleep means. All right? Because everybody hypnotized. They warped out. They bugged out of their mind. You know?
The social media,
Yeah.
The politics, the government, the system. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everything that are hypnotizing our Jake.
That's like you say, like I can add to that. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, a lot of our people is basically pacified by this, you know, you put a pacifier
Yeah.
in the baby's mouth and shit. They pacified by this world, man. You know what I'm saying? So they very hypnotized to the society.
Well, it's a saying in the world. It's like say ignorance is bliss. You know, and that's what it is. You know, people in the world, they choose to be ignorant so they can maintain that bliss. That's that blue pill. You know, go back and not know nothing that's going on.
It's like their sanity. You know? If I stay like this, and I'm not gonna worry and like get bugged out. If I stay, but that's kind of like
Comfortability.
yeah, but it's like it's crazy because when the time comes, you're gonna bug out.
Right.
You know.
Hey, but the Lord is actually locking them in that mindset. The spirits in the earth that's at work, you know, locking them in that mindset.
It says, "For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe." Hey, the Lord is like the brother said. Hey, he's coming like a thief in the night, so he's close to coming back. You know, and our salvation, you know, the faith that we believe in of being, Lord willing, if we're a part of the elect to be saved during that time. You know, get being up in them chariots. It says, "The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness," like the brother spoke about. Hey, the works of darkness is the ways of the world. You know?
Right, we got to be in the mindset of detaching, you know, separating ourselves. Like the scripture say, "Come ye out and be holy." Holy meaning separate, you know? Because if you be joined hand in hand with this society, then you're going to receive that same judgment, you know? And we moving through fear, just like with Noah. It said through fear he made an ark to the saving of his household, man. You know, we in that same lot preparing the spiritual ark. Got it.
Yeah, it says, "And let us put on the armor of light." Let's talk about the armor of light, the spirit. You know, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Right? It says, "Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envy." Hey, basically doing the things of the world, man. You know, living worldly, living carnally. You know, hey, living in mirth. You know, this ain't the time for that, man. We supposed to be stuck in the truth and focused on the things that are coming onto the earth, man. That's coming soon, right?
Quick precept. Somebody get Micah 5:7.
I keep
Not
buying
Micah 5:7.
prophecy.
Sirach 5:7. Because, oh yeah, 5:5. Because what you just said is very important.
Yeah.
Because as the world gets increasingly wicked, we're supposed to be getting increasingly more righteous. So we have to separate ourselves and be holy from the world. You know, so we have to get ourselves to the Lord as fast as possible, because the Lord's coming back as fast as possible. We just read 1 Thessalonians 5, you know, about the Lord coming in the thief in the night. You know, now when he said he has no need to write unto you, there's no need to let us know anything because we read the prophecies.
Hey,
you know.
Yeah, Salaki, bro. You said we going more to righteousness. Right? Watch this. This is 1 Corinthians 15:34. Say, oh. This is 1 Corinthians 15:34. It said, "Awake to righteousness and sin not."
Yep. See, it said, "Awake to righteousness and sin not." So when you go back to that Romans 13:11, you know, it's high time to wake up out of the sleep. And that sleep is the comfort zone. And comfort zone is where dreams go to die, you know. And what makes up that comfort is all the demons in the world trying to make you fall back asleep and go back to your old vomit again and be that nigga you used to be, you know. So the closer we get to the Lord, the farther we get away from that comfort zone. And the Lord is always challenging, you know. And if you don't want the Lord to challenge you, then you're in the wrong profession, you know. Go ahead, read that again.
God, that's back in 1 Corinthians 15:34. It say, "Awake to righteousness and sin not."
Awake to righteousness, you know. So we have to cast off the old man, you know, and dead that person and wake up to righteousness. That's what we're supposed to live in, righteousness and holiness. Go ahead, Lloyd.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 5, and verse 2. And it reads, "Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart."
Because the heart is deceitful above all things. You know, meaning your mind. Lab. Hebrew word lab meaning your mind. You know, because if you leave it up to your mind, you're gonna want to go your own way. The scriptures say there is a way that seems unto a man, but are the ways of death. Because those ways don't walk in the Lord. You know, that's what we're supposed to trying to get away from, especially in these last days. Because in these last days, are going to come more, like the brother you started going into, is going to be more tests, more trials, more tribulation. You know, your faith will be tested. So we have to put on the whole armor of the Lord. Somebody give Ephesians 6, chapter 12 verse. Go ahead.
Verse.
Select. Well, no, you got it. Select.
Verse 3. And say not, who shall control me from my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
Yep.
Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering; he will in no wise let thee go.
Yeah, the Lord will revenge you for your pride. You know, so you can do something now, and you can think you got away with it, but you read Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, because judgment against the evil work is not executed speedily, thus it is fully setting them to do evil. You know, so the Lord can let your judgment linger. You know, but you're still going to be judged, no matter what. And only a person who says things like that is a person who doesn't fear the Lord, man. You know, that's an Edomite mentality. That's a heathenistic mentality. You know, and 2/3 of Jake has that heathenistic mentality, man, where they don't fear the Lord, and because of that, they're going to be destroyed. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin.
There you go.
And say not.
Well, it say propitiation, right? To get that term real quick. It says in Google, it says the definition of propitiation says an action of propitiating or appeasing a god, spirit, or person. You know, so in this time, man, we're supposed to be can't be moving without fear to ask. To say what concerning propitiation.
Be not without fear to add sin unto sin.
Right. So, right, because it's another scripture in Sirach, the 16th chapter. It says, "Let not your sins weigh thee down, and let not thy iniquities lift themselves up." Iniquity is sin upon sin. So if you constantly sin it, it can reach up, and then the Lord can bring down the judgment. There are sins unto death that's immediate, but then you can pile it up, and it can still equal death. So we gotta be in the mindset of appeasing the wrath of the Most High. Propitiation.
Verse 6. And say not, his mercy is great; he will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation resteth upon sinners.
Yeah, that righteous anger. You got the Christian church saying, they say that famous quote, the Lord don't hate the sinner, he hates the sin.
Mm-hmm.
No, the Lord hates the sinner. He's committed the sin.
That's right.
That's what the commandments are here, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's why 2/3 of Jake's gonna get destroyed, because they committed sinful acts against the Lord, man.
They gotta wait to righteous.
But Christians don't read the Bible. They live in a constant state of delusion. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord.
This is the point.
And put not off from day to day.
Meaning, don't be procrastinating, man. Do what you can do for the Lord today instead of doing it tomorrow. Because tomorrow is not promised to any of us. Our life is nothing but a vapor. Go ahead.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed.
Yeah, their comfortability. Security meaning comfortability, man. Being in that dream state. The brother, the other Yashar talked about being hypnotized, a hypno state earlier. The Lord will destroy you when you least expect it, because you're not paying attention to what He told you to do. You're not doing what He told you to do.
Because being outside of that state of comfort, it puts more of a manly spirit upon you.
Yep.
You have more of an edge about you. If you're comfortable, it's the same to say comfortable time make weak men,
Yep.
hard time make strong.
Yeah. Comfort zone is where dreams go to die. And our dream is salvation. We can't realize that dream without stepping outside of our comfort zone. There's another saying that says, you step outside of your comfort zone, that's when you grow.
Yeah.
But it says, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Set not thine heart upon Set not thine heart upon goods unjustly gotten, for they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity.
Well, yeah, set that heart not upon thy goods. Scripture say, riches profit not in the day of destruction. But righteousness delivereth from death. So our mindset is storing up righteousness. So in the time of great tribulation, we can tap into that spiritual bank account, and use our righteous coins for it. Exactly. But what was the scripture that the brother pointed?
This is Ephesians 6 and 12. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
What's a principality?
Demonic forces.
Exactly. Demonic forces, demonic spirits. And who has control, not control, but the Satan has control, but who's been wielding these demonic spirits throughout the whole world? Esau. Starting with Esau. Then you have the other nations. You know, pursuing the Psalms 83rd chapter. Them being in league with Satan has drawn Jake to ruin. You know? So we're fighting against these demons and these dark forces, man. You know, that's being utilized by the heathen in the world to compass us about. You know?
Right, because it's a spiritual battle. You know, it's oftentimes a battle of the mind, battle of your, you know, because that's how the demons first get you in your mind first.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
It says against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
You know, those high places like the brother was just mentioning, with the top wicked elite, chiefly with them, you know, because it trickle down from them. They orchestrate the wickedness and they push forth their agenda throughout the earth. You know, and primarily is to get Israelites going off, man. You know, because they know if they keep us in that dead state, you know, they'll forever be in rulership.
Yep.
But the Lord is calling out a remnant out of that darkness to receive salvation. The Lord will give that number.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
So read Ephesians 5:15. No, I'm sorry, not Ephesians 5. Ephesians 6. That still keeps going.
Verse 13. It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand, stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth.
Right. So that's our comfort. That's what we stay on, man. The scripture said we will stay upon the Lord. Like the brother Ahmad mentioned earlier about Isaiah 33:6. You know, knowledge and wisdom to be the stability of our times. That stability, that knowledge, that's the armor of the Lord, man. We're holding our weapons, our swords in our hands right now. You know, this is what's going to help us in that day of Jacob's trouble. You know, in that day of calamity. You know, this is what's going to get us salvation. Nothing else in this world that hypnotizes us thereby.
And also, you know, to withstand. Read that part one time.
It says, verse 14, it says, stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth.
I withstand. Read that part withstand.
Okay, so verse 13, it says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day.
So we got to remain.
Yeah, immovable.
You know what I'm saying? So withstand means remain. All right, we got to remain in this truth. All right, we got to remain, you know what I'm saying, through the spirit, probably how about Shema Bashai. Okay, because all hell finna break loose now. So, you know, withstand means to remain. So we got to constantly remain. Be steadfast.
Well, that's what it say in Sirach, the 2nd chapter. You know, it say to constantly endure. You know, because this is a race of endurance. See, and you have men that fell out of the race. But we gotta be like Paul. Like when Paul finished his ministry, he said, "I have finished my course." You know, he had fought the good fight of faith. And so, and he said it was laid up for him a crown of righteousness, you know, for doing so. And not only him, but those in like manner. So we just gotta continue to go the course.
It says, and having done all to stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
Right, so it just gave you the whole all the recipe right there, man. You know, for success. You know, the whole armor. You know, so yeah.
It says,
well, if you think about it, it's armor, right? What Paul just did was he likened the truth unto the armor of a knight. Now, what does a knight do? A knight goes out to battle. You know, this is a spiritual fight. This is a battle. We have no time for laying around and being lazy. You know, we have no time for not paying attention and being aware of our surroundings, because we're the light surrounded in darkness. You know, so we have to be the most aware out of everything. If you're a knight And if you're battle ready, you have to have something called battle awareness. You know?
You got to be in war mode. I got a precept real quick. This is 2 Timothy 2:3. It says, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Hamashiach Yahushua. You know, so we got to endure the hardness of this walk. You know, when thou coming to the Most High, prepare thyself for temptation. Temptation goes into, trials and tests that we got to endure along the way, whether it's bodily, whether it's job loss, women loss, whatever it is, man. Paul said he lost everything.
He counted everything all as lost.
He counted it all as dumb, that he may obtain the excellency of the knowledge of the Most High.
Right.
Who was the other prophet that lost everything? Who was that other prophet that
Job.
lost everything?
Job?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. He maintained his integrity.
God.
Yep.
Yeah. Job maintained his integrity. That's what same thing we got to do. Verse 4 here in 2 Timothy 2:4. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life.
Right. No man that wars. So we just explained what the battle we're that we're supposed to be girded with, and it said that we're warring right now. Because we're in a fight against Satan. Everything that you see in this world is in league with Satan, including your flesh. Your woman is in league with Satan. Your children are easily influenced by Satan. The people in the world influenced by Satan. The social media and the TV screens and the cell phone screens are the hypnotization mediums to keep you asleep. Everything in this world is of Satan. That's why we have to do our best to get closer to the spirit of the Most High, man.
That's why we got to be attached to this truth, attached to wisdom.
Yep.
Because if you go outside of that, how does scripture go? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil because thou art with me. It's like walking through a dark tunnel. It's a light at the end of the tunnel. That represents like say that the kingdom. But along the way, if you ain't got like a light going through that tunnel, you're gonna be tripping and falling, getting cut on, all type of shit. You might fall over, get bit by serpents and all, whatever in that, that case. But if you got the light, you're able to navigate, maneuver through all the bullshit.
That's right. Yahushua is that guiding light.
God. So without that light, man, we'll be hurt out here, man. I'll read again, through. 2 Timothy 2:4. It says, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. And we on the front lines, of this spiritual battle as soldiers for Yahushua Mashiach, and we can't entangle ourselves with the affairs of this life. The different, I got, brothers that got women and children and whatnot. We do what we got to do, daily necessities and handle our business, but we can't be immersed in that, is what the scripture is saying.
Understand that everything in this life comes second to the Lord, man. Everything pales in comparison to Yahweh Yahushua. So now what you have to do is put things in perspective,
Okay. Verse 5, it says, and if a man strive for masteries, because that's what we're doing, we're striving in the truth, the master, his faith. It says, yet is he not crowned except he strive lawfully.
Yeah, he's not crowned unless he strive lawfully. And what are those laws? We all know them, the commandments of the scriptures, man. The precepts. That means every word in the scriptures, man. The Lord said, man shall not live by bread alone, but water and bread alone, but every word of the Most High. So when we strive lawfully, we have to strive in the confines of Yahweh Yahushua.
That was just somebody.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24. It says, know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. And that prize is the kingdom of heaven. It says, every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. You go into the word temperate, that word temperate means balanced, It says, now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. And when Paul was writing this to the Corinthians, this was in the Roman Empire. So they had something called games. They had coliseums. So when he was writing this, he was putting this into a perspective that the Corinthians can understand because they were around those Olympic games, So he compared the truth to a race.
Right. And he compared it to, you know, athletic performance. They're doing it to obtain a corruptible crown.
Yep.
They temperate to do so, you know. But when you go into the word temperate, it's pretty heavy. Let me get it real quick. Just for edification. Right, and it says, let me go to the chief one. It says, in a figure drawn from athletes, like like back in those times during Paul Day, you know, with the Roman soldiers in the Colosseum and the athletes there. It says, who in preparing themselves for the games abstain from wholesome food, wine, and sexual indulgence. These are like three main things you need to do in order to be at your optimum state, you know, to win a medal or whatever, you know, they strive for.
So Jake could do that for a gold medal to win the competition, but you mean to tell me you can't do that for the Lord?
Right.
You know?
And the scriptures say bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness is profitable for this life and the life that is to come.
That's right.
You
So
know?
we have to abstain from a lot of things in order to reach our optimal peak of spirituality.
Hey, not to say that, you know, doing these things, you know, standing for wholesome food, wine, and sexual indulgence, that will help you, you know, if you physically, you know, can't help your spiritual, you know.
Yeah, we're not saying, you know, become born again virgins and some goofy shit like that. What we're saying is,
quick as hell. No,
what we're saying is that you have to be balanced in all things, man. So,
I'm about to say,
yeah, you know, I'm not saying you can't have sex, you can't drink wine, you can't eat meats and things of that nature, but you have to learn when to do it, how to do it, and what kind to do it, what time to do it.
So basically, you don't overindulge. Because what's that scripture? It says, be not. What's it? I think it's in James. I believe. It says,
Be not over righteous much?
No. It's about the world.
Friendship with the world.
No. It's about balance in the world.
In the world, but I love the world.
You said it's James?
I think so.
Well, where y'all getting at?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, kind of.
Go ahead. I'll think of it.
It's back in Corinthians chapter 9, verse 25. It says, every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible, which is the kingdom of heaven. It says, I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air. So he said he fights not as one that fights uncertainly, meaning he knows what he's fighting for. He understands what the prize is and how to get to the prize. You know, he understands the training methods to win this battle. You know, he said he fights not as one that beateth the air. If anybody knows anything about fighting, or just let's just use boxing as an example, you not hitting your target takes more energy out of you than actually hitting your target. So for example, I use Floyd Mayweather for an example. When Canelo was boxing Floyd Mayweather, he was getting frustrated because he couldn't hit him. And that was tiring Canelo out more than it would be than actually hitting Floyd. Because now all that energy that you have built up in your fists and in your arms and in your legs has no outlet. So it puts you off balance. And that wastes your energy, you know?
And it's mentally draining too.
But we know what we're fighting for, and we know where our target is. And Lord willing, we keep consistently hitting those spiritual targets. It says, verse 27, but I keep under my body and bring it unto subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. You know, so he puts his body under subjection. You know, Paul talks about mortifying his members, meaning to make dead. You know, meaning to put away. You know, so he learns how to be balanced in all things. So that way he can more efficiently serve the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know, so I can go ahead. You got it.
I have one. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, and verse 3. And it reads, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Okay, and a prudent man is a man that is wise, all right? Someone that has discernment. It says a prudent man foreseeth the evil, meaning you're able to discern, all right, okay, maybe I shouldn't do this, okay? Maybe I should avoid this person. Maybe I shouldn't go down that alley right there, go down that walkway. You know what I'm saying? But the simple pass on and are punished because they're not using any discernment, man. They're not paying attention to their surroundings. They're just doing whatever, you know? That's that YOLO spirit. You only live once. The simple pass on and are punished.
And even if they don't, even if they do know, they don't give a damn.
I was talking about earlier, they still sleep.
Oh, go ahead.
Are you done?
Come.
It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 15, and it reads, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil."
Right, you gotta walk circumspect, and I believe circumspect goes into circle, you know, and inspect, you know, to what's spec going to mean? Like circumspect.
Look around.
Oh,
To see.
To watch.
To watch.
God.
Circle
Yeah.
means to look around. You know what I'm saying? Look around what's going on. And you know what I'm saying? Look around you. That's what circumspect means.
God.
Stand on point.
That's right. Like watchmen. Scripture say in Ezekiel, we called to be watchmen. You know, like in the ancient world, you have a watchman that would sit at the top of the tower to watch for enemy invasions. You know, so he'll be prudent. He can see a far ways off. You know, that goes into prudence. You know, having foresight, and that's us in this truth. You know, as prophets or seers in the ancient world, as they were known, you know, could do. All right, so we see what's coming, knowing therefore the terror of the Lord we persuade them. So we know what he's coming with, and we know that we gotta, you know, we sound the alarm. We gotta. Whatever bro's got, you know, just feel free.
The book of Ezekiel. Let's see here. So like y'all. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, and verse 17, and it reads, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me." Okay?
Right. So like the warning, you know, is coming from y'all bossing outside. You know, now we appear as men, you know, as just mere vessels, but you know, the Lord is speaking through us, man. All right, through the Spirit, and that's how He's warning the world. Okay, it's in the 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. You know, it said that I will destroy them with I shall be. No, 2 Thessalonians, 2nd chapter. Right as I coming and
the wicked shall be revealed. Who the Lord shall destroy the spirit of his mouth and consume the brightness of
But
his
you
coming.
continue on that, then.
God. Ezekiel 3 and 18. "When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life." All right, trying to wake Jake up. Okay, going around robbing your own people. Quit doing wicked shit. You know, being wise to do evil, but to do good you have no knowledge, man. It says, "The same man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand." So the Lord is basically saying, if you don't warn this man, all right, you don't tell him to stop doing these wicked ass things, if you don't wake them up to the truth, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, his blood I'm gonna require at your hand. So you're gonna be responsible.
What's that you read? Not 3?
Ezekiel 3. Come on.
Yeah, go ahead on that. Yep, that's a good scripture.
Verse 19. "Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul." Because you planted the seed, you warned him. All right, you told him, you better quit doing that shit. All right, the Lord will destroy you for that. If you tell him that and he don't stop doing it, the blood is on his hands, man.
Right. And because we're just you know, vessels to plant that seed. You know, it's ultimately of the Lord that creates the conversion. You know, works on the minds of that person if they are the elect. You know, I got a quick precept though. 1 Corinthians 9 and 16, it says, "For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of." And this is Paul. It says, "For necessity is laid upon me, yea, woe is unto me."
He said necessity is laid upon me. You know, so this is necessary. So this is something that we need to do. This isn't something we have a choice of in the matter. You know, we need to do this not only for our own growth, but for our salvation. You know,
We're commanded. We're commanded to do this.
Yep. We were bought with the price. Remember? Remember, Yahweh laid his life down for us. So we have no choice but to do this. Go ahead.
It says, I'll read again. 1 Corinthians 9:16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of. You know, it says, for necessity is laid upon me. Yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel.
So you can't be prideful teaching for, oh yeah, I've been teaching for 25 years. I'm teaching for 15 years. What are you glorying in? You know, that's carnal pride, man. It's necessity that we do this. Paul said, woe to me if I don't do this. This ain't got nothing to do with how big and bad you are, how many scriptures you know, how many breakdowns you know, how good you can read, how long you've been outside holding camera. I've been holding outside, holding camera, holding post 15 years. That don't matter, man.
Sure don't, because the Lord can take it away from you.
Exactly.
The scriptures say, after thou hast done the work, say, I am an unprofitable servant.
Con.
Oh, you got that?
Got it.
Gotta bring it up.
What is it in John, you said?
Profitable servant.
And it says right here, it says, woe is unto me if I preach not the
I was
gospel.
looking for it. Salaki, Brian, to cut you up. I was looking for it.
Okay. You know, that word woe goes into destruction. You know, so that's part of the reason why we do it as well, because we know that the Lord, you know, we put our hands to the plow.
Yep.
All right, and we obligated to keep our hands on that plow and do this work, you know, or else pretty much. You know. We've been entrusted with these mysteries. Just like if you were going to a carnal organization, a mob. You know, if you get the inside scoop on the mob and you try to leave, you can get whacked. You know.
Yeah, basically a spiritual mob. Righteous.
Righteous.
The Lord said, "Don't take your head off the plow."
Yeah.
You know.
Go ahead. Whatever you got.
Finish the job.
Huh? You found it?
I'll be right flying.
What's the
Referee that again? How about the profitable servant?
I got it right here.
Oh, you found it? Okay.
Okay, this is Luke
17.
17 and start at 7. It says, but which of you having a servant plowing or feeding cattle will say unto him by and by when he is come from the field, go and sit down and meet to meet. So like it.
Oh, you mean 9 and 10?
No, let me get right to the point. So like it. You found it?
Yeah, 9 and 10. I'll read for you.
Okay.
It's in Luke 17 and 9, it says, doth he thank that servant because he did the things that were commanded him? I trow not. So likewise, when ye shall have done all those things which are commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants. We have done that which was our duty to do.
Right. This is our duty. This is the whole duty of man, is to fear the Most High and keep His commandments. You know.
One thing Apostle Gabar said years ago, he said, you don't get praise for doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Right. You know.
Can I
Yeah,
read it in
like,
LT?
they got the Father's Day, Mother's Day, and all that. Like, you're supposed to just be a father and mother.
Right.
Like, what you need to a Mother's Day and get praise and accolades for that? Like,
yeah,
Valentine's Day, you're supposed to love your significant other. I don't understand.
As a matter of fact, it is Mother's Day. I'm about to ask you, brothers, what day it is.
What's the day?
Mother's Day.
Today?
No, it's
Yeah, it's Mother's Day.
tomorrow.
It's
It's always on a Sunday.
Yeah, it's always on a
Because
Sunday.
that,
Yeah.
that sun first.
This is the Mother's Day weekend.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. They're in that spirit. Oh,
Damn,
funny,
that
though,
spirit.
man.
Like I just met you earlier.
They be acting real
Feminism. That's
Yeah.
super emotional.
I seen a nigga woman on Picket say her head was high than a motherfucker. I'm like, yeah, all right.
I got kids.
It's my weekend.
You know what I'm saying? It's my way. What God Mother's Day go back to? Reap. God of reap. Look that up. I got it. Yeah. What is that? This what is pushing right now. That spirit of Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? Because women is praised on that day. You know what I'm saying? In this society. Yeah.
Right here. All the way back to the Babylonian Empire.
Yep. Say God is under the underworld. God is beauty, love, fertility, and sex. So this is like understand all in one.
Then you have Asherah, these are all in reincarnations of themselves.
Yep.
So different empires. So you got Asherah, which is the same thing as Ishtar and Estegel, which is the queen of heaven, or mother goddess.
Yep. Matter of fact, get your mind 7 to 17. Because man, Jake buying flowers and shit. Buying flowers, rose petals, and candy, and man.
I got it right here. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, verse 17. Seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah and the streets of Jerusalem?
And the main culprits that love Mother's Day is fucking Jake.
That's it. Dear mama.
And it
Mama,
really is
this Slack, your brother. This a Mother's Day spirit, man. This a Mama's Boy spirit, man. Mama's Boy holiday. All right? Go ahead, bro.
Seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah and the streets of Jerusalem? The children gather wood, the fathers kindle the fire, and the women net their dough to make cakes to the queen of heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto other gods that they may provoke me to anger.
Yeah, this is the Lord speaking. Yeah, this is the Queen of Heaven. This is the Queen of Heaven weekend. All right, Jake. You know what I'm saying? Buying flowers, because the scripture up in what's that in the law? It says, "Honor thy mother, thy father." You're supposed to honor your mother and father every day, not taking a particular day to honor your mother and father. Keep that sign out.
Right, and he said what's that last part? He said he angry.
And he said, hold on, so I'm gonna just read verse 18 again. The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women net their dough to make cakes to the queen of heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto other gods, that they may provoke me to anger.
Right, so this is like a worshiping day, you know, kind of worshiping a woman. You know? Yeah, kind of. So that's provoking the Lord to anger. All these different holidays in Babylon are provoking the Lord. You know,
and they don't even know that they're worshiping the Queen of Heaven.
Yeah, it's the Queen of Heaven, man. That's the goddess Asherah. Literally. Bring it out.
It's the book of St. Matthew, chapter 10, and verse 37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Or he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Yeah, so you can't worship anyone or anything above the Lord. You know.
Now we ain't saying hate your parents.
Right, right.
Don't get simple and be a nigga, man. You know.
Well, like
saying that the Lord comes above.
Right. Well, love, love, appreciation, and honor, versus worship is, it's different. You know what I mean?
Worship and reverence.
Because you got Jake out here that worship their woman, that worship their mother, their you know what I mean? Their material, carnal things, their money,
NLT.
Right here. I got that right here. Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord, Yahweh Shai, hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
Pass, I think you go around, a man's authority, pretty much.
Exactly.
Feminism.
Exactly.
That whole women's liberation movement. And that's the reason why you got so many wild women out here now, man. They say giving out a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. And Esau, he went and just gave them everything, man. Even their own special holidays.
Yeah, I got a little article, like I just mentioned earlier. This is Pagan Mother's Day, right? They say many countries throughout the world devote a day, or in some cases, or 2 more days, to honor their mothers. All All right, you supposed to honor your mother every day, not on this particular pagan day, man. All right, that's when this is the time when Jake can give his all to a bitch.
Scripture say, "Give not thy strength to women."
Exactly.
Right. You supposed to honor your mother like in just your daily actions, man. Like how you treat her day to day, not on a specific day.
Right. So the thing, right.
Please her.
You know, people in the people in the world be like, "What you doing for Mother's Day, man? What you getting for your man?" I'm getting her some flowers. You know what I'm saying? Maybe get her a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? A couple $100. I say that just for you to shut the fuck up talking to me. Because for the simple fact that you gotta really play Clark Kent in this world, man. But deep down inside, I don't celebrate this shit, man. You know? So they say to honor their mothers, the tradition dates back to pagan celebration in ancient Greece in honor of Re. If I can say it right, Re, R-H-E-A, Re, the mother of the Rhea, right, Salaki, Rhea, the mother of the gods. So this is the spirit of Rhea, man. You know what I'm saying? You celebrating the mother of the gods, man. All right.
And that goes to what we were bringing out earlier with the darkness of this world and how you know our people is consumed, and that's part of the darkness.
That's right. That's right.
Also, because the brother brought it out earlier, I was watching the brothers camp earlier. The brother brought it out, and I looked it up. Actually, the month of March is actually a women's month. You know, so they dedicated a whole month towards worshiping women. You know.
When did they
They do that in October too. Breast cancer.
Yeah.
Breast cancer. They also do one. What is it? Domestic violence month or whatever.
And with the breast cancer, they have the pink ribbons, which those pink ribbons are in likeness of Dagon, the fish god. So they're worshiping the Queen of Heaven and they're worshiping Dagon, the fish god, at the same time, which are Assyrian or Akkadian or African gods.
That whole domestic violence shit. Like the only reason why it's domestic violence is because y'all pictures out of order. Excuse me, ladies. Y'all out of order. It wouldn't be no domestic violence if you was in order.
Facts.
You know? Guys and a man going around the man going straight to Satan.
Well, they know they got a backing with Esau.
Police.
Yeah.
Y'all can't mess with the police. Y'all can't mess with the police.
Hey, guess what? But guess what's coming? Brother spoke about earlier. Hey, it's high time we got to speak it. Guess what? That time coming, you ain't gonna be able to call 911. What you gonna do then?
Somebody get Isaiah 32 and 9.
You gonna resort back to your natural state. Yeah. Isaiah chapter. You want me to read it in NLT?
No.
Okay. Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9.
That's the NLT prophet right there.
For real.
Isaiah 32 and 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease.
It says rise up, you women that are at ease, meaning comfortability. Because right now, women are in comfortability mode, man. They sleeping good. They ain't losing no sleep. They ain't missing no meals. You know, they high on life right now.
I mean, high on life.
Yeah.
They can get any man they want.
Get you a BBL.
You know what I'm saying? Right. They can get any man they want. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
They don't have to work for nothing. They can just shake their ass on Instagram and make money.
No, that's it. You have women like you have women out here that they live life off of that, man. Yep. They can go certain places, get dressed up, man, and they don't spend a dime.
Free drinks,
free
food. All they gotta do is look good.
Free at the door. You look good, you go in free.
Exactly.
And then you have the young girls that see that and they grow up. As they're growing up, they look forward to that.
And they grow up being minuscule little bitches.
Yep. So like here,
twerking with red hair and shit.
This is heavy though. Like when you read it in the NLT. Okay, I'm gonna read the KJV. I'm gonna finish it. And I'm reading NLT. Isaiah 32 and 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Like NLT, it says, listen, you women who lie around in ease. Listen to me, you who are so smug. When you go to that word smug, it says having or showing an excessive pride in oneself or one's achievements.
That's Kanye West level arrogance.
Right.
Wow.
Hell no.
And then
my head so
you
big
ain't got the
can't
answers
sit behind me.
Wow.
Let her finish this.
Isaiah 32:10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women.
Yep.
For the vintage shall fail,
Yeah.
the gathering shall not come.
So that vintage is going to fail, man. You know, that life that the women are living, you know, the beauty's going to fade. You know, the benefits are going to fall away. You know, it says many days in trouble, many days a year you shall be troubled. You know, there's going to be a time where there aren't going to be any comfortability, man. Instagram's going to go away. Social media's going to go. OnlyFans is going to be out of here. You know, ain't no calling the police. You know, these things are going to happen, and these women are going to be humble, man. You know,
These women are gonna be hunted too.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because simple fact that
Hunted and humble.
hunted and humble. They're gonna be sold as commodity. You know what I'm saying? So, and the majority of so-called black women, which, you know, hey, this is the nigga woman, man. She majority of them single, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Don't got no man, man. So all Pookies and Ray Rays, man, they're gonna be captured by the fire, man. These Gurkha troopers, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna eradicate Ray Ray and Pookie, man. Hey, you know.
So like the Apocrypha says they won't be able to control the incontinence thereof, meaning
Yep.
the sexual desire, the lust, the sexual desire. These women are gonna start being harassed. I'll say it like that.
That too. And you got and look, you gotta understand that you got a lot of jakes getting out of prison too. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of prison inmates that's getting out.
Been
So,
there 20 years, ain't touched
Been there
them.
ain't touched them. So imagine when all hell break loose. You know what I'm saying? These women ain't gonna have no type of no stability there, no protection at all.
Like they gonna be like on Reverend Leon Lonnie Love. He couldn't help himself, man. He was like, I rebuke you.
Let me go right to the point. This Isaiah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. You got to finish that.
Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 11. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones.
Right, the Lord said, be scared, man.
Yeah.
Be scared when that day comes.
Yeah. All that pride gonna fall away.
You know that? Yeah, the pride gonna, hey, you're gonna be out the window. You know what I'm saying? All the, you know, cheating on your husband, you know, cheating on your boyfriend, and having sex with a dude over the phone while you hearing the bitch moaning and shit.
Thinking you can fight.
You think he forgot that shit? Oh, it's a whole lot of shit women did, man, under the sun, man. Wicked as hell, man.
It's gonna be Hector's time to purge.
Yes, sir. And it's gonna be a purge soon too. Mm-hmm. All right. That's why the scripture say, tremble you women that are at ease, man. Tremble you women that's are comfortable.
That's right.
All right. Tremble you women that are at ease, man. You ain't gonna be no more goddesses no more.
Yeah.
And none of that shit ain't going on. So, go ahead, bro.
It's like I was gonna say, when you go into that word careless, one of the definitions is shameless.
Yep.
You know, and the scriptures say a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, man.
Yep.
You know, a shamefaced woman is a double grace. So the Lord, He takes no pleasure in a careless woman, man, especially an Israelite woman. But it says, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth. I can't say the word. And gird sackcloth upon your loins.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, all the trinkets gonna disappear. The makeups, the filters, the weave, you know, all of that's gonna disappear, man. You're gonna be in sackcloth because you're gonna be mourning, you know. You're gonna be in great misery. That's why. That's part of the great one. That's part of being in great miseries, man.
That's right.
Spoken of in 2 Corinthians 8:50. You know, it says the whole world is gonna be in great misery. But
Yeah.
women nowadays think that they can skate by, you know.
Yeah, no accountability.
But they're gonna be in more misery than anybody else. They still got their times of the month.
Yeah.
Animals gonna be sniffing out. They smell blood.
Yeah, that's
You
gonna be
know?
the spirit of vengeance, man. You know, the Lord. The Lord gonna put the spirits on a lot of these beasts of the field, and
Yeah.
and even these beasts like
What's happening to men?
kind of,
Yeah.
you know, and then we're going right after you women, man.
That's right.
Yeah, for what you've done.
Yeah, you think you women are a hot commodity now, well, you're gonna go to a liability now.
But verse 12, Isaiah 32 and 12, it says, they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine.
Yeah, they're gonna be crying. They ain't got all that comfortability is gone. That's why the scripture said earlier that the vintage shall fail. You know, the life that these women are living is going to fail. They'll have nothing left, man. And they're gonna be crying about it, lamenting for it, mourning what the old world. You know what I'm saying? Like on Off the Road, he said, "Oh yeah, I remember the old world."
And you know what, bro? This one of the wickedest philosophies ever. Because remember, Eve took the serpent's advice, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
she
know
got
what I'm
enchanted by the serpent.
Yep.
And through her, we all died.
You heard me all that, man. This shit here, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, think about America. That's happened again. Feminism. You know?
Yeah, feminism.
And then look at Jake. Jake is destroyed now. I mean, that's part of it, but you know that plays a major role in how households been broken down.
Yep.
You know, man not the head of the household no more. Woman just saying and doing whatever the hell she want to do. You know, the kids see that, and it becomes an issue. And if you stand on it, guess what happens? You don't get a restraining order or go to jail.
You'll get kicked out the house.
Kicked out the house.
Somebody gonna call CPS on you.
Yeah.
There's a scripture. There's a
Violence
scripture.
in the house.
There's a scripture where it speaks
They fear for their
about.
life.
It says they shall wear their
Stomach.
destruction
No,
or
my shit just stopped.
something as a
Isaiah
garment.
3.
Yeah,
Said they're gonna take away the anklets and the silver and the trinkets and all of that.
yeah, yeah. God.
I want to keep little dangly.
But I got a precept of
Yeah, were you done with that?
Salakia, Isaiah 32. Yeah, that's it.
I got a preset. Yeah. All right, this is Isaiah 13, and starting at verse 11.
that's what I had.
Okay, kind.
Yeah.
It says
Just
in
made that
Isaiah 13 and 11, I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease and lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. All right, and who is more proud and arrogant than these women, man? Now you got Esau, of course, you know, at the top of it, but then you got Eve and the serpent, you know?
It's like they dead.
Right. You know, they ate up that fruit. Back then, they eat of it now. You know, the philosophies of Esau, the whole feminism,
That fruit, man.
the whole,
This the fruit right here.
yeah.
This the fruit right here. It's the philosophy they eat right now.
Right.
And Jake, right along with their ass.
Because what did the serpent tell him? Tell her. You know,
Surely
he
not,
said
huh?
you will be like a god. These women, they are like a god now. You know, God is, and God in the Hebrew is Allah, meaning power.
I mean, what do they say? They say that. Sloppy. I mean, interrupt you. They say that the black woman is God.
Yep.
And that's
The
witchcraft.
black woman is God.
Yeah, that's witchcraft. That's
Bro, so what you're saying is a testament, but that's true.
Yeah,
They didn't worship as if they're God,
right.
and they followed behind Esau. But hey, as time coming, Esau loses his rulership. Eve gonna fall too,
Right.
and that's what's about to happen, man.
Well, that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, it's happening.
And when you go into the word serpent in Genesis 3rd chapter, it goes back to the root word in Hebrew, nakash, which means enchanter, man. You know, so this is what we see now today, witchcraft. You know, this is what they're partaking in. This is what they believe. This is what they eat, sleep, and shit, man.
And these women, you know, they have power. They got sorcery through their sexual, you know, enchantments and different things.
Yep.
You know, some of them actually do, you know, crystals and all that shit.
Well, women, think about it. Women, they move their bodies like snakes. Like that R. Kelly song. Not no pun intended, but women, you know, they they know what they doing.
Yeah, R. Kelly song,
Yeah.
about like a snake mom.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, they really will enchant. Like they trap man up. Like man get wooed by that. You know.
Only if you see, it's barely you barely see alpha males out here.
No.
But it's majority of beta males.
Yeah.
The word
We-
can
we-
definitely be beta.
You know what? We the one that started the alpha male thing, man. The real alpha males are the prophets, man.
That's right.
That's right.
You know, that's the real alpha males, man. What you think these red pill TV shows and shit? They learn from the men of the Lord, man.
Right.
Kevin Samuels got all, if not most of his information from watching us.
That's it.
Like Apostle Gabar say, the true high value men.
That's right.
The men
True
that's
high
doing this
value
work,
men.
doing
Yeah.
this too.
There's no greater office than being a prophet of the Lord, man.
But hey, if I may add, you know, in order to be an alpha man, you have to have integrity. You know, you have to stand on what you know live by. That's right. You know, and a lot of these simps, man, you know, these are beta males, man. You know, they could act like they're standing up on their own principle, but you know, eventually they crack, man. You know, because they don't have integrity. You know.
The next verse, though, it goes into what we just were saying. Isaiah 13 and 12. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
Right, the Lord gonna make a man more precious than fine gold. All right, that's the man of the Lord. They ain't talking about you regular niggas, man. Talking about the men of the Lord. Talking about the elect.
Because the regular niggas, you know, men in the world, they gonna be as women in that day, as the scripture says.
They getting their little praise on and stuff like that. They getting honor and worship and shit. But that shit ain't gonna last too long, man. The men of the Lord is the ones gonna get the praise, man. At the end of the day, you know. They look at us now. Oh, y'all ain't on shit. Right, we ain't on shit. But wait till that day comes.
That's right.
We own the Lord. That's what we own.
That's what we own. Yep.
Yeah, because the things that make them precious in this, you know, in this time or whatever are things that are going to fail. You know, like money, success.
Yep.
You know, status.
Yep.
All that shit's not going to matter anymore. You know, the only thing that's going to matter is this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and that's what we're going to have.
And that's
the
real money.
Right, God, and that's what's going to make us precious.
That's right.
Isaiah 13 and 12 again, it says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
And then you know what? When all hell breaks loose, that's when the women ain't gonna look for the men of the Lord to protect them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna look for Ray and Poop. They gonna look for Tyrone's and shit. You know what I'm saying? Gangbanging ass nigga. I mean, yeah, I'm fucked. They gonna protect you from what?
It's not going to be a whole bunch of gang of bitches like, you know, surrounding Lil Wayne that day. All right? Lil Wayne is going to be in the midst of them, man, acting like a, you know, a woman. You know?
True alpha male is an Israelite that's in the truth. Not just being an Israelite. I mean, you be an Israelite, but if you ain't in the truth, then you lost in the sauce.
Right, you're Israelite all day. That's your nationality. You know, Jay, they Israelites, but they ain't got the breath.
Every couple like minutes.
We got that power behind us, though. We got that connection with the Most High.
That's
and
right.
that's where our protection comes from. That's what ultimately gonna be able to protect our family.
That's right.
I'm gonna jump down to another point real quick in this chapter, Isaiah 13 and 15. It says, "Everyone that shall be found shall be thrust through, and everyone that joined unto them shall fall by the sword." Talking about the time of destruction, you know, Jacob's trouble.
What scripture is that?
Isaiah 13 and 15. Verse 16, this is the main point. It says, "Their children shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished." You know, speaking about first and foremost the Israelite woman. Scriptures say that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. You know, those that were the Israelites, Jerusalem. So these women probably gonna be brought low, man. They're gonna get ravished. Ravished means to be great. You know, they gonna get taken.
Hey, when do y'all get on Jeremiah 4 and 30? And read it to 31.
Harassed.
Harassed.
You said Jeremiah 4.
Yep, 30. Read to 31.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, and verse. You said start at verse 30?
Yeah, read to 31.
All right, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, and verse. I'm starting verse 29. The whole city shall flee for the noise of the horsemen and bowmen. They shall go into thickets and climb up upon the rocks.
Where you at?
Salakia, is it Jeremiah 4?
Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 30.
Oh, Salakia. Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 30. And when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do?
Yeah, if your ass spoiled, what you gonna do? You know? When you getting taken away, what you gonna do when they grab your ass? You know? Go ahead.
Though thou clothest thyself with crimson, though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold,
Yep.
though thou rentest thy face with painting,
See all the makeup, all the hairstyles, all the beauty salons, all right? Fingernails, you know what I'm saying? Toenails, get your fingernails did, toenails did, hair done. Makeup, earrings and shit, go ahead.
in vain shalt thou make thyself fair. Thy lovers will despise thee, they will seek thy life.
Yeah, your lovers will despise you. All right? And who was the lovers? Who was thy lovers? Yep. They're gonna despise you. All right? So these women trying to act like, you know, especially our women in the nation, trying to act like these other nations, but it's gonna backfire on them. You know?
Well, it is. Other
Yeah.
nations coming out, you know, you got the so-called passport bros, right?
Yeah.
Going over to the Philippines and Thailand, and they getting these women, and now, you know, the black hole is trying to shame men for going over to other nations and getting these women, and so the other women of these other countries is firing back.
Yep.
So, well, if y'all ain't never treat y'all men like shit, they didn't have to come over here and get a real woman.
And they put that video up.
That shit funny.
Oh,
Read
man.
31 real quick, Lloyd. Yeah, read
That shit
31.
is hilarious.
Read 31 real quick.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, verse 31.
Uh-huh.
For I have heard a voice as of a woman in travail, and the anguish of her that bringeth forth her first child.
Hey, Will, look up the word travail.
It's the definition of travail in Google. It says painful or laborious effort. To engage in painful or laborious effort.
That's child labor.
Childbearing.
That's why the Lord said in Genesis that He would surely multiply thy conception and thy sorrow.
Jeremiah 4:31, for I have heard a voice as of a woman in travail, and the anguish as of her that bringeth forth her first child. The voice of the daughter of Zion that bewaileth herself, that spreadeth her hands, saying, woe is me now, for my soul is weary because of murderers.
Because of murderers. These women gonna get cold killed, man, when that day comes.
Because you know what? Eve likes to deck herself. She always try to make herself look nice. You know, try to make the outside appear beautiful, when on the inside, your ass is corrupt and wicked, man.
Yeah,
You're not thinking about the righteousness of the Lord.
The majority of these women, you know what I'm saying, especially the women of the nation of Israel, they got low self-esteem too.
They worry about holidays, birthdays, all the bullshit.
It's Isaiah chapter 3, verse 16. It says, moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks, and wanton eyes,
Proud.
walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore the Lord will smite the scab of the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
Right, that's the reason why they
Fall.
bald. They don't got no damn hair.
You know, the woman's glory or beauty is her hair.
Yeah. They don't got no damn hair. They get all that weave and shit.
I thought they get long hair when they dread they shit up.
Right.
Some reason they grow long when they dreads.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is.
And then that goes back to the curse.
Yep.
Because majority of these women, majority of the nation women got long ass hair. Even the Latino women got long hair. It's just you nigga women.
Southern Kingdom.
Eyes on y'all ass, man, because y'all the main head of all women.
It says, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their calls in the round tires like the moon. You know, so those ankle bracelets.
Yeah, them ankle bracelets.
The chains and the bracelet. Oh, there you go. The chains and the bracelets and the mufflets. The bonnets and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands, and the tablets, and the earrings, the rings, and nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel.
Yeah, got all these goddamn clothes. Y'all got a whole closet of clothes, and y'all want to go shopping for more clothes. Lord gonna take all that shit from y'all, man. The pride from what's going on.
And the mantles, and the wimples, and the crisping pins, the glasses, and the fine linen, and the hoods, and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell there shall be stink.
And hey, look, yo, read, go back again.
Verse 23. Says the glasses, and the fine linen, and the hoods,
Yep.
and the veils.
Yep, and right, your Chanel's, your Louis Vuittons, you know, your Pradas, your Birkin bags and shit. Lord gonna take all that from y'all, man. Y'all gonna try to sell that shit, man. Because when the economy crash, y'all gonna sell that shit, and then y'all gonna sell our coochie too. Matter of fact, y'all is selling ass.
You're already selling that.
Y'all already selling ass, man. Y'all on these dates, like these sites, shit selling ass.
Yep.
Thinking y'all slick.
It's getting hard. It's getting hard for y'all now.
We know y'all out rich like.
It's getting hard for y'all. It's getting hard for y'all, man. Go ahead.
It says, and it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink.
It's a disease that that the so-called black woman got. It's called vaginal vaginosis.
Bacterial
Vaginosis. That's one of the worst, harshest smell ever. You know what I'm saying? So that's a disease. That's a disease that these women got for sleeping with different multiple men, having them bust all kind of nuts in this shit. You know, that's
Types
why
of DNA.
Yeah.
Rotten seed.
rotten seed. That's what make your instead of sweet smell, the stink, man. Having these different rods in you, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And not to mention their pH balance from the shit they eat.
And their pH balance is totally off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they be eating all these crab, seafood boils and shit.
Hey,
Oh, man.
hey,
Smell
was
like
in a-
salt and seaweed.
I was in the Uber, I was in the Uber, right? She was like, yeah, I'm going to go, this Jake lady, man, she want to go to, go to Crab Shack, eat crab legs. You know what I'm saying? I'm laughing and shit. I'm going along with it, but back of my mind, wicked motherfuckers, man.
Well, you know the other nation, they open up all them crab shacks in Jake neighborhood.
Yeah. That's why. What the scripture say up in I think in Leviticus about food. They say don't eat nothing without don't eat anything that
Without scales and fins.
Scales and fish.
Yeah.
All right. Guess what? The crab don't have scales or fins. All right. That's a delicacy. That's a roach. You eating a roach of the sea.
But when you think about it, you know when it comes to shrimp, lobster, and all those crustaceans, you have to devein those crustaceans.
Yeah.
Because the bile in the dirt, and the feces is inside of their veins. So you have to devein them. So lots part of the time when you buy shrimp and you buy crab and lobster, you don't see any veins because it has to be deveined. Those veins and all that shit has to be pulled out of them. Just like we all done ate chicken before. You know, you gotta clean that shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But if if a clean fish has scales and fins, you don't have to devein them.
Right.
You know, because they don't eat the bottom of the sea. You know.
They don't eat the healthiest part of the sea. Like they don't eat like plants.
Yeah, they eat plants and they seaweed and different things.
Yep.
But like the bottom feeders, they eat algae and they eat other
fish.
they eat other fish, they eat other fish feces.
Yeah.
They clean the ocean.
Yeah.
They clean the ocean.
They clean the ocean.
Yeah, the crab is.
Yeah, the crabs and shrimp. Yeah,
they clean
lobster,
the
they
ocean.
clean the ocean. Yeah.
But why the fuck y'all eating that shit? Though?
Catfish.
Catfish.
Yeah.
But why the fuck y'all eating that though?
Catfish, swai.
So like, real quick, pigs are natural garbage disposal. They eat any and everything. They were actually, the Lord put them here to clean up the earth. You're not supposed to eat it. They don't have sweat glands.
Nope. They secrete pus.
Right.
So like for example, you on Thanksgiving, everybody want to eat that Thanksgiving ham, right? You put that ham in the oven, and then all that orange shit that come out in the gravy that people make pork gravy out of, that's pus, man. Yeah, that's pus.
And then they got geechee worms inside the
Yep. Yep. Tapeworms, all of that shit.
And that's the reason why Jake be having heart attacks.
Yep.
Strokes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
All of the salt in the pig, because guess what? The pigs don't sweat, so the pigs don't excrete that salt in the sweat. So since pigs don't excrete that salt in their sweat, they don't sweat. Where does all that sweat go? It's inside, it's internal. So Slaki, I know you had that in Leviticus.
This is the book of Leviticus chapter 11. You want me to go right from swine all the way down, or you want to go right to the point in the water?
Not to the point with the water.
Leviticus 11:9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas and in the rivers them shall ye eat.
Like the other one going into. These are the clean meats in the water we're supposed to eat. You know, we're not supposed to eat catfish because catfish, they're basically classified as mammals.
Yeah.
You know, they have hair, they don't have fish and scales. You know. Now we can eat things like tilapia, we can eat things like whiting, cod, perch, whiting, you know, salmon, carp, you know, things of that nature. But we can't eat crustaceans. You know, because crustaceans, they have another thing I found out about crustaceans, that hard shell that they're in. Not only is it used for protection, but they can't clean themselves internally. You know what I'm saying? So like, not only is it shit on the inside, it's shit on the outside.
Exactly. And then you got Jake, they eating motherfucking clams.
Yep.
Shellfish and shit, man. Like, come on, man.
What's that? What's those black things? It's like a whole bunch of little bitty black things.
What, fish eggs?
The fish eggs.
Yeah.
D'oeuvres.
Yeah.
D'oeuvres. Those fish eyes.
No, hors d'oeuvres are like party. Hors d'oeuvres are like party party things, like party things.
It's like black.
He's talking about a calamari.
Calamari, yeah, kind of.
Caviar.
Wait. You know, caviar.
Caviar, yeah.
Calamari,
yeah. Kinda.
What is that?
It's
caviar.
It's fish eggs.
Yeah. So caviar is like a delicacy. They eat French. So it's a French cuisine. They take the fish eggs, they fry them up. Yeah, it's good.
But that's unlawful.
No, you don't eat fish eggs. That's unlawful.
That's unlawful.
I mean, it's not lawful. It's lawful.
Okay.
Yeah, that's unlawful.
It's unlawful. Go back to that scripture.
God. Leviticus 11:9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
Yep. But ain't talking about the law done away with, though. Go ahead.
Ask hypertension, heart and cardiac arrest, and heart disease.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Thyroid
Hey, that's like that
issue.
movie. Damn, what is it called? With the old movie from the '90s where they had the big mama and then she died from all that soul food, man. And then so y'all grandmother died. So your grandmother died from eating soul food, and then y'all celebrate her death by eating the shit that killed her.
Right.
Like that's
And
crazy.
and really, when you think about it, they killed her. And then one of them said, "Hey, big mama, we ain't supposed to be eating this. It's too much. It's too many high calories, too much salt, too much butter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like let's eat something healthy."
And then you thought the little boy was gonna say it, but he was too damn soft. He kept
Yeah,
crying
Jake
in every
don't know
damn
about
scene
health.
and shit.
These regular ratchet ass Jakes, man. They don't know shit about health, man. They all they know is motherfucking cheese, hot doodles and shit.
Yeah.
I'd bring back the old days.
Hot
Well,
chips and cheese.
Yeah.
Flaming hots. That's what I meant to say.
Walking tacos and shit.
Yeah, go
They
ahead.
be killing themselves.
Cousin walked in with some pork
Killing each
skins
other.
and had hot sauce on it.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
did
pork skins.
with hot sauce. I said,
They be killing themselves.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
but
This is like what y'all supposed to be eating, man. Go ahead.
Leviticus 11:10, and all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, and all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
Yeah, so no crustaceans, no catfish because they're classified as mammals. No whales, no sharks, no eels.
None of that. No jellyfish. None of that.
And then the Lord repeated it 3 times. Verse 11, they shall be even an abomination unto you.
Jake
Ye,
has hard head.
ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses in abomination. Whatsoever have no fins nor scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you. He said it 3 times.
You're not even supposed to touch that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Abomination is detestable. It's disgusting. It should turn your stomach and make you want to throw up.
We're not even supposed to touch the dead carcasses of those animals.
Exactly. So go get on Deuteronomy 14 and go eat.
14 and 8. It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 8. God. And the swine, because it divided the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud.
Cheweth not the cud. Also, the cud represents grass and plants. All right. Go ahead.
It is unclean unto you.
Right. It's unclean unto you, man. The pig itself is unclean, man. That's an unclean animal. That's the reason why. That's like I just said before. That's the reason why Jake walking around with big ass stomachs and shit. Because the pig don't digest. Pork steaks, pork chops, bacon, You know what I'm saying? All these hog maws, ham hocks, all these different delicacies out of a pig, man, it don't digest, man. It stay in your gut for most of your life. And that's the reason why Jake be dying off because of this, man. The Lord told you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans not to eat that shit, man. All right? Oh, the law done away with. You got these church Christians, you know what I'm saying, eating all the pork and swine and all that shit, man.
And to be honest with you, you look at how these animals live, and you look at the ingredients and what the high cause of death and all that in our nation. You should want to just stop eating that shit just based off of health concerns. You know,
Yeah.
I remember before I got into the truth, I figured out that I was 14. I figured out that chitlins was pig intestines.
Yeah.
Stop.
Oh yeah.
It is.
Me too, man. I stopped.
Stop eating it. I was on my way to stop eating pork before I even came to the truth. Look, I don't know damn damn.
I actually stopped eating pork 3 years before I started coming to camp, man. You know.
I stopped eating pork when I was 17, 18.
So just based on the health concerns alone, Jake should be like, oh hell no.
Yep.
You know, but niggas is retarded.
I ain't gonna lie though. You got a handful of Jakes, man. Stop eating that shit. My uncle, he don't eat that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shrimp though.
Yeah. If Jake, if Jake ain't eating this shit,
Right.
Nah, I eat shrimp. Don't eat pork. I eat shrimp.
One abomination to the other.
Other abomination, right? Exactly.
Just like Jay go from Christianity to Islam.
Yep.
God damn.
That's damn abomination.
Or recently, the women Christians going from Christianity to witchcraft.
Yeah. So ain't well shit. Go ahead.
And the swine, because it divided the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud, it is unclean unto you.
Yeah, the Lord says it's unclean, man. Go ahead.
Oh, you notice something? You know what else I just noticed? You notice all the animals, the clean animals that we're supposed to eat are what? They're vegetarian.
Oh yeah, kind of. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Vegetarians, man.
Lord knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Lord, cold. Lord
Same.
knows what he's doing.
Because Jake don't understand, man. Whatever you put into your body is supposed to fuel you. You know what I mean? It's supposed to give you some type of energy, and you know, that shit is not giving you energy, man. I came across a video on a TikTok that had this Edomite. He said he went over to Italy. He didn't exercise. He didn't do any type of like workouts or anything, but he ate the food or whatever. He said he felt great. He said he came over here exercising every day, trying to like, keep his body up, and he was eating. He said he felt like shit, man.
Oh man, you know what's funny about that? We was just talking about it. So my girl just came back from Italy. She was in Sardinia, and in Sardinia she ate fresh fish every day. She ate fresh vegetables every day. And when she got to, she said the diet over here was real great. It was nice, you know what I'm saying? And like when she got to Rome, all they ate was meat and cheese and pasta.
King's meat.
And pizza, which over there the original pizzas are like personal pan pizzas or whatever. Yeah. With all the cheese and the butter and the meat and all of that, the salami and all of that, all that stuff. And she was like, man, I feel like shit.
See.
So like it's all in the food. It's all in the food, man. But the other nations, they ban Monsanto, they ban Bayer, they ban GMOs and all of that stuff. But here it's all chemicalized. Like I was watching a video earlier. They were talking about Kraft singles, Kraft cheese.
Yeah.
They said the reason why they don't call it cheese is because it has less than 30% real cheese in it. So they call it like a cheese product or a cheese food.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn.
Esau ass.
And then they showed like him burning the Kraft single, and it got all like, and it burning some real cheese. Real cheese will melt. It'll melt. But the Kraft single started turning black and burning.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, shit.
That's crazy, man.
And finishing this off, Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 8, the swine, because it divided the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud, it is unclean unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcass.
You're supposed not to eat none of their flesh or touch their dead carcass, man. All right? And that's the reason why Jake in a bad shape, bad predicament, man. Eating that bullshit, man. Hey, hey, go to matter of fact, let's read Daniel. What's that? Daniel 8 about the king's meat. Since you mentioned that. Yeah.
Cause that's really all we eating, man. Is the king's meat, man.
Yep.
You know, hot dogs. You know, and ain't no telling what the hell is in hot dogs, man.
The whole chicken.
Oh yeah, God. But shit, it's flies. It's all types of stuff. Maggots. You know.
Yeah.
It was a thing that I had read about a tomato paste, man. You know that the FDA allows up to 17 maggots to be allowed to be processed inside of tomato paste, man.
What?
Yeah.
Say that again.
17 maggots. The FDA allows 17 maggots to be you know, put into the tomato paste, man. That people buy out of the stores and at these pizza places, man.
Wow. See,
You know?
see, these are elites. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, man. Hey, that's matter of fact, that's bioweapon.
Yeah, biological. That's biowarfare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
biowarfare, man.
Yeah. How do you regulate the levels of this toxicity that you put in the food and say, okay, this is the level that's safe to eat. This level that's not safe to eat, but it's all unsafe. That doesn't make any sense. Now you should know we're talking about the king's meat, but this is worse than the king's meat. At least the king's meat back then was real food.
They shall eat their bread defiled.
I got that right here.
Okay, select.
So you want me to read real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
This is Ezekiel 4:13. It says, and the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. You know, so the food's going to be polluted, man.
Yeah. That's why Jake eating the polluted food. You know what I'm saying? That's prophecy.
God, yeah.
The Lord said you're going to eat this bullshit out here. And that's why Jake all fat and fucked up. Straight up.
I'm thinking like, we partook in that prophecy for real.
Yeah, man.
Jake
Hey,
out here, man. Jake out, man.
Well-
The Lord said you finna put the bullshit on the bullshit.
Yeah.
well, shit for a minute, for like years now. This has been the United States or Babylon the Great has been the top-rated, fattest nation in the world, man.
Yeah.
Right,
Out of all countries.
Yeah, come.
Like if you go over in China, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, over in Japan, whatever, they eat nothing but vegetables, man.
I ain't never
They
seen a fat
fit.
Chinese person.
Right. I mean,
Oh,
over here, yeah, over here.
I ain't never seen a fat Chinese person. I ain't never seen a fat Filipino person. I ain't never seen a fat man.
But like even if you just go like down to like the islands,
yeah.
or like, you know, South America, like Brazil or what, it ain't a lot of fat people walking around, man.
Right.
You know.
There's a lot of nice and slim, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, like, you know, slender, people walking around.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, agile.
Yeah.
Very agile. So
And then they walk everywhere too.
and they walk
I was about to say that they not lazy, man.
Yeah.
The people here in America, man, Esau got these people lazy as shit, man.
Lazy as
Excuse
shit.
my French.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's comfortability.
Mm-hmm.
That thing.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead,
Book of Daniel chapter 1 and verse 8. And it reads, but Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. Now the Most High had brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs. And the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who hath appointed your meat and your drink. For why should he see your faces worse, liking that the children which are of your sort? Then shall ye make me endanger my head to the king. Then said Daniel to Melzar, whom the prince of the eunuchs has set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us pulse to eat and water to drink.
Pulse is vegetables. All right, that's pulse. All right, so we're supposed to be eating pulse,
Like lentils.
yeah, like nourishment. Because, like Pastor Ha mentioned, I think a while back, I think on outside lesson, he was like, shit. Basically, America, they don't. I think Apostle Gabar mentioned.
Yeah, possible.
Yeah, he said Americans they eat for gluttony, man. They don't eat for nourishment.
Yeah, and then he said, you always got to ask yourself when you put something in your mouth, what kind of nutritional value am I getting out of this?
Greedy, man.
If that answer comes back zero, you shouldn't eat.
Because a lot of stuff you see on the market, especially that got long shelf life, look at the long list of ingredients, like a paragraph worth of ingredients.
1,000 preservatives.
Right. And then when you look at certain of those ingredients, they'll have the same ingredients in certain products that you will buy, like paint thinners.
Yep.
Yeah, a loaf of bread here in America, man, is banned in every other country in the world, man, because it contains a chemical that they put inside of yoga mats and something else.
It's
It's
that
like
foam. It's to make it foamy and springy. I was watching an interview with that British singer, Ella May, whatever her name is, and she said she was talking to Big Boy, and she said she said she doesn't eat bread. He said, why don't you eat bread? She said, when I come to America, I don't eat bread because the bread's too sweet and it's too soft. And I was like, dang.
okay.
So like, you know, they, like I said, they banned these companies over there in other nations. You know, they banned Monsanto and Bayer and all these different Terminator seeds and all of that shit.
This is Daniel 1:13. Then let our countenances be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children that eat the portion of the king's meat. And as thou seest, deal with thy servants. So he consented to them in this matter and proved them 10 days.
So there was an infinite test.
And at the end of 10 days, their countenances appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children which did eat the portion of the king's meat.
So if you eat king's meat, your face will get fat. Now you see like other kings eat. You know what I'm saying? Your face will get thicker.
You start gaining weight.
You start gaining a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? Like your cheeks get all thick and shit. Cause you know, a lot of us be like, oh man, you eating good. You know what I'm saying? You eating good. No, you eating fucked up, man.
And you can tell when a person, like, there's a difference between like, you know, you got this person that's kind of big or whatever, but they eat healthy, they exercise.
Yeah.
And you can see, like, when somebody is fat, the color in their face, like, gets really, really dark.
Yeah.
You can tell they unhealthy. They start getting dark spots. They start getting acne, and their skin, you can see it in their skin. You know, skin be all super oily and shit. Fat bastard.
You hear it in the NLT.
Chunk your boy.
But I'm gonna keep reading on. Thus Melzar took away the portion of their meat and the wine that they should drink, and gave them pulse.
It was an experiment. Right?
As for these 4 children, the Most High gave them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom, and Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. Now at the end of the days that the king had said he should bring them in, then the prince of the eunuchs brought them in before Nebuchadnezzar. And the king communed with them, and among them all was found none like Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Therefore stood they before the king. And in all matters of wisdom and understanding that the king inquired of them, he found them 10 times better than all the magicians and astrologers that were in all his realm.
That was healthy, man. That was in good shape. Healthy. Because of the pulse. Water. And then detox come on top of that. Yeah. See, majority of Americans don't detox. You know, they don't flush. Because colon cancer is a deadly disease. Because a lot of people died of colon cancer. Who was that one cowboy? His name was John Wayne. John Wayne died of colon cancer, man. They found pounds of feces in his stomach.
Chadwick Boseman died of colon cancer. Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, he died of colon cancer.
Yeah, not flushing, man. Not detoxing your body, man. You know, that's why you walking. That's why Jake walking. Jake and these other nations too. But we focus on Jake, all right? Walking around with big ass stomachs, man. And you got Jake that's like your size or big stomachs.
Oh yeah.
You know,
it's
They're like you.
it's guys.
Big stomachs, man.
It's like there's an older guy at my job, man, and I was walking past him. He said, "How you doing, young bud?" And I was looking at him. I was thinking in my head, like, bro, how is you my size? And him talking about his belly was out there, man.
Like
he was walking like you know what I mean? Like I was like,
bee and shit.
yeah. He like one of those worms from Men in Black. Yeah. I was like,
I got a quick precept because it's only in this kingdom where all of these things is happening. You know, even over there in the east, you know, you got the whole Mediterranean diet over there.
Yeah.
You know, they eat way better.
Yeah.
I ain't had no hummus.
Then the herbs, that's when the herbs come into play though. You know?
Well, they cook. I'm sorry.
That's when the herbs come into play. You know what I'm saying? Like this disease. Your body is diseased from all the bullshit that you eat.
All the toxins.
All the toxins, man. You know? That's why you get sick. Colds and flus and shit.
mucus, yeah.
That created mucus, man.
Yep.
Eating all that mucus shit.
Yep.
You know?
Everything that Esau puts inside all of his ingredients inside of these American foods, this standard American diet, right, creates mucus, man.
Yep.
You know, and you got to think about the body too, man. The body, once you eat a meal, it takes at least up to 24 to 36 hours for your body to digest that and get it out of your system.
Yep.
But Jake eats how many times a day? Especially these women, man.
Yeah.
You know, the little chick I'm dealing with right now, man. You know, it seemed like every fucking 20 minutes I'm hungry. I'm like, damn, you just, you know.
Like, food don't really have real substance.
We don't have no nourishment in food.
God.
She's not nourished.
And then on top of that, that's why these people are gluttonous too.
They're very gluttonous, right?
But it's a proven fact, like even going back to the detoxification. There's a proven fact that vegetables detoxify and fruits heal.
Yep.
You know, so if you had a diet comprised of mostly fruits and vegetables, with nothing wrong with a little meat and some starch and pasta or something like that, tortillas and stuff like that. But if you have a mostly alkaline diet and throw some meat in there every once in a while, you'd be way more healthy. You know, you wouldn't have any health complications.
This is real quick, Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. All right, because Esau in this society he turned things upside down. The Lord created a right way to do things. Like when you look at the pharmaceutical industry, for example, and Esau with the petrochemicals and different things of that nature. He changed John D. Rockefeller. He changed it from a holistic practices. Eating right, get enough sleep, exercise. Things that have been working for thousands of years. He did away with that for the most part in the medical industry and traded in for petrochemicals.
Because he wanted to sell oil, and he used oil to make his chemicals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Which is
crazy. And they have to keep people in that state of perpetual illness, disease. They got to keep people like that in order to constantly run up their money. Because if everybody healthy in society, they're not gonna get paid as much. You ain't gonna need you. What's the need for a doctor, hospitals and shit? Really, if everybody healthy. But you still have some sort of medical. But anyway, so like Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, ye have made me not? Shall the thing framed say to him that framed it, ye have no understanding? Right. And that's what Esau Edom is saying to the Most High, that he don't have no understanding. Boldly saying that, in terms of what he do, the medical industry, and the things that he put out with the foods and all that.
See, this is the reason why Esau trying to get rid of herbs. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Holistic doctors is
Yeah.
a dying breed.
Yeah, because only way to get rid of colds and flus, you know what I'm saying? Get you some cayenne pepper, all right? You know what I'm saying? Get you some lemons, and some honey, and some ginger,
And garlic.
and garlic. Mix it all.
Black pepper.
Yeah, mix it all together.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's food do heal, man.
Oh, I got
You
you
know
right
what I'm
here.
saying? Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes on Sirach 38 and 4. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth.
Right, the Lord created medicines out the earth, man. Hey, look up the word medicine.
Okay. All right, the word medicine. says, the science or practice of a diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of diseases in technical use, often taken to exclude surgery. A compound or preparation used for a treatment or prevention of diseases, especially a drug or drugs taken by mouth.
Well, the original drug is the fruits, vegetables, herbs.
That's the blue letter?
No, that's not the blue letter.
Because the apocrypha ain't either.
Yeah, read that one more time. We do like the top part.
Medicine definition in Google. It says the science or practice of the diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of diseases.
Right, diagnosis, treatment, prevention of diseases. So the Lord, go back to that scripture. The Lord created, you know what I'm saying, the herbs to prevent diseases. Plus, you gotta pray to Yahweh Shai for the medicines, the herbal medicines to work within your body.
Okay.
You just can't take the herbs and that's it. No, you gotta pray to Yahweh Shai for it to work inside your your body, man. All right.
Ecclesiastes 38:4. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them.
Right. He that is wise will not abhor them. You know what I'm saying? You want to avoid the herbs. You go into these pharmaceuticals. You know what I'm saying? Get medicine over the damn counter. You know what I'm saying? It treats you for like a good 24 hours and back fucked up again.
It doesn't get to the underlying issue. It don't get to the root of the problem.
You don't get to the root of the problem.
All they do is scratch the surface, and furthermore, it can cause other effects in the body.
Yep.
Once you take it.
Yeah, side
Herbs don't have
effects.
side effects.
Right.
You see
Herbs
the,
don't have side effects.
you see those commercials, man. You know what I mean?
May cause this. May
Yeah,
cause
and they
like,
start talking real fast at the end, man.
So you say basically you buying something fucked up to get fucked up.
yeah.
You rolling the dice on some shit.
Yeah.
Right, you're rolling the dice on some
Hell yeah. Oh shit, I crapped out. Man,
Like, I got rid of that issue, but now my fucking
my back hurt now.
growing.
Knee hurt now.
When you look at this word abhor, it says to regard with disgust and hatred.
Yeah, you hate herbs. I don't want that shit. It's nasty.
Yeah. You hear
Black
people
seed
say that
oil.
all the time.
All right, black seed oil get rid of everything but death, right? So you trying to give it to the nigga who's like, that ain't sweet.
Like, this nigga like a child, man. My
Yeah.
son be doing that shit. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's nasty, man.
You know how you put a spoon to a motherfucker? That's how they are. They don't want to take the bitter herbs, the better herbs.
Right. Bitter is better.
Bitter is better, man. Like a lot of people don't like drinking grapefruit juice, man.
Yeah.
I ain't never liked grapefruit juice. But when I found out the benefits of it, shit,
I ain't gonna lie, I hate it, but I'll drink it.
that's citrus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Citrus, they get rid of all the toxins out your chest.
Yeah.
And it get rid of mucus,
The inflammation.
the inflammation, all that out your chest. And it help you lose weight. You know what I'm saying? It help you flatten your stomach, man.
That's the saying. If it's hurting, if it ain't hurting, it ain't working. And if it's disgusting, then it's working.
So if you go on you say like you're going on a juice diet. That juice diet work. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, that was it. That was like a quick. But yeah, you got our people that just do because of Esau. Matter of fact, get that 2 Corinthians 3.
It's like, but because the brother mentioned sugar, if I may select, because the brother mentioned Jake won't take certain herbs because it ain't sweet. You know what I mean? And see, that's what Esau done pushed on the masses, especially here in Babylon the Great, especially our people. It's sugar, man. All right, and it's scientifically proven that a sugar has a chemical in it that is more addictive than cocaine.
It's like cheese.
Yeah.
Yep, cheese is like a drug.
Yeah.
Because it releases that dopamine.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of foods here in America, man, actually possess that chemical. And that's why Jay keep going back to McDonald's. They don't even know why they like the chicken nuggets, man. But they buy 20 chicken nuggets, man.
Well, that's why it's called that's why they call it granulated sugar. Because granulated is a refining process for sugar where they add those chemicals in there to make it white. You have something like, you know, in Jamaica, they have something called sugar cane. You know, and that's where, and sugar cane is a plant. So like you have something called rhubarb, or you have something called or the sugar cane plant is an actual like a stem-like plant that can be grounded up and it can be juiced, and that's where natural sugar comes from. So like you have and what they do with that sugar cane plant is they take it and they granulate it and they create white sugar. But real sugar is real unprocessed sugar is actually like a rock salt, like rock sugar.
Yep.
And it's and it's brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Why
a
not
real
just leave
sugar.
it in its purest form?
Esau.
And what they do when they granulate and they process it down, they make it, you know what they do? They take everything and they make it cheaper for you to buy, so it's easy, so you'll eat more. The sugar cane or the natural cane sugar that's in a rock form is super expensive. So, and then also to buy the sugar cane plant and to buy the rhubarb is more expensive than buying it's more expensive than, you know, buying regular groceries at the store. Like you can't go buy a soursop plant or a sour or guanabana fruit. You know, you have to buy the pre-packaged shit. You know, so they make it. They take the healthy stuff, and they reduce the quantity of it, and make you pay more for it than paying for the unhealthy shit. And that's why you got America all fucked up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I got a precept. Y'all, you still going?
Shut up.
This is Psalms 104:13. It says, "He watereth the hills from its chambers. The earth is satisfied with the fruit of thy works. He causeth the grass to grow for the cattle, and herb for the service of man, that he may bring forth food out of the earth, and wine that maketh glad the heart of man, and oil to make his face to shine, and bread which strengtheneth man's heart." So the herbs of the field, the bread, and even the wine is supposed to strengthen man's heart. You know, the wine has something called resveratrol, which actually helps reduce cholesterol and heart disease. You know, that's why, you know, you can drink like it's good for you to drink like a glass of like red wine, you know, every couple of days, depending on what kind of wine it is, because now it's all processed and sugar laden. But the wine is supposed to be there, or the gleaning grapes are supposed to be there to help us regulate our cholesterol levels. You know, same thing with the herbs. Everything that we eat is supposed to, like you said, it's supposed to fuel us, and it's supposed to project us unto long life. But the food that we eat now is death. You know, so they completely twisted around what the Lord created for us to sustain ourselves, and made it so that way we're killing ourselves.
Precept in the Apocrypha that talks about like having a glass of wine every day.
I think it says it make the heart happy.
Yeah, something like that.
I got one real quick. This is 1 Timothy 5:23. Drink no longer water, but use a little wine for thy stomach's sake and thine often infirmities.
See, use wine for your stomach's sake and often infirmities. You know, because the wine used to have healing properties, but now it doesn't. Wine just gets you drunk.
Fucked up.
And you feel like shit the next day.
Yep. Yep.
But Esau got the good wine, and they, you know, sell it and shit. You know.
Oh, you know they got a wine called Rothschild wine. It's $1,000 a bottle.
$1,000 bottle of wine.
Right. It's called Rothschild. Yep.
Ain't that something?
I probably got blood in it.
Adrenochrome.
Probably got blood, missing children.
Right. Cremation of care.
Right. I don't even drink that shit 'cause I don't trust Esau.
Sip slow.
Blood support.
Blah, 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 blah. That's how you sound when you had that fucking... Go ahead.
Fucking vampire.
Yeah, you done with that? I'll looking for that. Okay, here it goes. I was just getting that in the GNT. I'm gonna read it in the KJV though. I'm gonna read out of the Apocrypha, Sirach 31. Sirach,
Go ahead.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 31 and verse 27. And it reads, wine is as good as life to a man if it be drunk moderately. What life is then to a man that is without wine? For it was made to make men glad. Wine measurably drunk and in season bringeth gladness of the heart and cheerfulness of the mind. But wine drunken with excess maketh bitterness of the mind with brawling and quarreling. Drunkenness increaseth the rage of a fool till he offend. It diminisheth strength and maketh wounds. Rebuke not thy neighbor at the wine, and despise him not in his mirth. Give him no despiteful words, and press not upon him with urging him to drink. Okay, so the Lord basically saying there's nothing wrong with drinking wine. You just got to do it in moderation.
You just can't drink that shit all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't consume it all the time. It's a balance. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a life balance in anything you do.
That's right. That's why the scripture said, be temperate in all things.
Just can't overindulge in one thing. You know what I'm saying? You got to have balance, man.
Well, I got a scripture for that. Proverbs 23 and 30. It says, they that tarry long at the wine, they that go to seek mixed wine.
Right.
Well, you actually, yeah, it's more to it. I'm supposed to read that. Probably to it. But yeah, that's pretty much the point. You know, you don't want to drink too much to access.
Yeah. I think it's one of Proverbs 27 too. It talks about like wine is a mocker.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Where's Lucky? All right, it's the book of Proverbs chapter 20, Slocky. Proverbs 20 and 1. And it reads, wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. You know, so when you basically when you drink wine or when you drink alcohol, the Lord is reiterating that it's important to do it in moderation, you know, and do it to where you're not making a fool out of yourself, you know. So I say, whoever is deceived thereby is not wise, you know, because you're not discerning, you're not thinking cap, man. You're just drinking and doing whatever, being reckless, man.
Right. Because it comes from spirits, right?
Yep.
There's certain things say wine and spirits, you know, certain food. That's what Jordan. I mean, yeah, you know.
The open book of the spirit.
You can't control your actions. Who's that? Tank Davis was talking about that. He was like, yeah, you stop drinking because you turn into a different person. You don't like to be, you don't have that control. Yeah. So with mind, you're able to discern certain things. You know, exactly open.
Hey. You just see how you fight 5 niggas.
But hey, the scriptures talk about, if I believe in the book of First or 2 Timothy's, where it talks about having control, basically having control over your temple. You know what I mean? So every man is supposed to know they limit. You know what I mean? Every man is supposed to know they limit is, you know, if you do decide to drink wine or strong drink, right? You know, you're supposed to know, you know, okay, all right, look, that's it. I'm good. You know what I mean? Because it's really supposed to be beneficial, like the brother had read, man. You know, it's really supposed to take your mind off of like the stress of the day or something like that, or you know.
That's the reason why Jake gonna get fucking destroyed.
Yeah, and Jake
What?
is so proud. Like, nigga, you don't tell us, y'all, like, you giving us the okay to keep doing our thing.
What he say?
You see a goddamn camera
You
sitting
gotta
there.
listen to Jake, bro. I was gonna say something. I'm like, you know what? I'll let dude proud ass just go.
What'd he say?
Zechariah 13 and 8. This is the reason why Jake gonna get fucking destroyed, man.
Y'all go ahead and do y'all thing.
For real. And then
The Lord gave us this right to do what we do.
That's
This is
right.
the book of Zechariah, chapter 13 and verse 8. And it reads, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
2 parts. That's 66.6% of Jake, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans, man.
Them niggas belong to Satan.
Yeah. They're gonna get cut off and die, man. And
We ain't of that number.
these two chunky monkeys riding past, man, talking, man, the fuck out of here.
Fat Albert looking man.
See, that's a spirit because big boy roll pad, that's an acidic body.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
The fuck your big ass doing that little bite, man?
Ass all out, draws out. Take it through.
And then the nigga woman was right behind
Big
him.
body.
Big Shirley.
Big Shirley.
Big Shirley, man.
No, he said, where we shoot the video.
He said,
Of course we shoot
no,
the
he said
video.
y'all shooting the video. But
You see the fucking camera.
he was trying to show out for his little chick.
Right.
And then he said, oh, y'all go ahead and keep doing what y'all doing. Like, you don't need your permission. He was proud as hell, bro. Like,
He marked himself.
yeah, he definitely did.
Go ahead.
Zechariah 13 and 8, I'm going to read it again. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein.
Right, the third shall be left therein, man. All right? The multitude and the elect. All right? I want to bring that out because that's Jake gonna get their ass slaughtered out here, man. They think everything a fucking joke, man.
Hey, well, that's a spirit because that's what we started off talking about. You know?
Got something for you.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 8. And it reads, behold, the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, are upon the sinful kingdom.
That sinful kingdom is what? Jake.
That's right.
Jake. Niggas. Right? Niggas you speak wetbacks. Alright? And you what you say, what you say about your gad?
Drunken
Uncle Tomahawks.
Uncle Tomahawks, man.
It's an Uncle Tomahawks.
But hey, you talk about Jake, but mainly, you know, America is a sinful kingdom itself. You know? The eyes is the angels, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, the eyes is watching you niggas, man. It's watching this place, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
Right, the Lord said he's going to destroy this place off the face of the earth. All right? So, hey, man, they talking about alien invasion and all that. Shh, look.
Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. As an elect.
That's an elect. So he ain't going to destroy the ones that's doing the work of truth and sincerity. All right? Go ahead.
I'm going to read verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
All the sinners of Jake, all the sinners of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, gonna die by the edge of the sword. By the what of the sword?
All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say that evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
Right, because y'all think y'all think y'all not gonna get messed up. All right, effed up, man. That's that pride. That's how they think. What they think. Oh, ain't that gonna happen to me? Ain't that gonna happen?
I'm untouchable in these streets. You know, you got niggas. You got niggas saying that, man.
You got a death angel waiting for you.
Right. Ready to touch your ass.
You gonna have another J kill your ass.
Yeah, and see that's another thing too, because the scriptures talk about that, like about the angels coming to the Lord and like, you know, giving them ideas on like how to actually collect that soul, man.
Yep.
You know,
they had a deliberation on the wicked King Ahab.
They be having, look, man, these angels, they have counsels in heaven to do something to your ass, man.
Old mafia meeting in the heavens.
Yeah.
Who's gonna go paint his walls?
They be like,
For real.
They be spirits to lock him into that mindset. But like, well, let me go down and make him proud and shit. Make him think that ain't nothing happening. You know?
Real quick, this is Hosea 4 and 6. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Right. Hey, man, y'all don't know shit.
And they don't want to know shit. Obviously.
Jake don't want to know the truth. They destroy for the lack of knowledge, man. They don't know what's going on. All right, go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
Y'all reject the prophets. All right, y'all reject the knowledge. Y'all reject who you are, man. I'm trying to tell you, hey, y'all Hebrew Israelites. All right, y'all come out. What tribe you are in? I'm an African American, man. I ain't with all that shit.
I'm
You know what I'm saying? Read that part again.
It says, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
Right, the Lord gonna reject you. By what? Putting you to death.
God. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. You know, so the Lord is forgetting your generations, man. You know, You know, because the whole thing is that this knowledge is presented to you, and you don't give a damn about it, man. Just gonna ride off into the sunset, go ride off on your little fat ass bikes, you know, eating your abominable foods, and don't give a damn about what the Lord has to say, even when His prophets are right in front of you. You know, so you're going to be rejected, and the Lord's going to forget your children, man. You know, I mean, your children or your posterity is going to be at risk of being destroyed. You know, that means because you can mess up your whole family line from even receiving the truth. Exactly. You know, from receiving salvation because you rejected the Lord. Now your children don't got a chance at salvation. So when people say, "Oh, they care about their children, they love their children," you really don't give a damn about your children, man. Because if you did, you'd be wise and hearken to the understanding of the Lord, man. You know,
it's the same way with us because you got, you know, maybe mom say, "Oh, we don't care about our kids because we don't spend enough time." No, it's doing is the truth. It's showing that we care about our children. So,
exactly.
You give your children salvation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look, when all hell break loose, man. Look, man. What scripture say your kids gonna be saved by salvation?
I'm gonna finish real quick.
Go ahead, for whatever scripture y'all got, gonna finish it off.
It says, "As they were increased, so they sinned against me. Therefore will I change their glory into shame." You know. And you think about it, like you were just saying, what the fuck has the black woman done for their children? You know, what has the black woman done for their children?
Teach them how to be the ways of the world.
Right. They pass them through the fire, man.
Yeah.
At least we giving our children, us doing the work of the Lord, we giving our children a fighting chance, man. You know. And the rest of our family, we're the light in the darkness. You know, the light for our families and for whoever wants to gather around the light, man. We're sacrificing our lives in this world to obtain our lives in the next, and to be the beacon of light and guidance for anybody else who has the strength and resolve to come along through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. So I don't give a damn about what you got to say talking about I don't care about my kids. We don't give a shit about that. We care about our people more than anybody ever would care about our people, man. And that's a fact. That's a fact.
It's through the remnant. You know, if we are the elect, the nation of Israel will be restored through us.
That's right.
So it's like this is the most caring act that we could possibly do.
Right. They hate us, but we love them.
Yeah,
That's the difference.
Let's talk about the labor of love. You know, you got to be focused on. You got to shape your reality on the reality of the world, not with the trends that's going on. Prophecy shapes the world.
That's right.
That's right. We're gonna cut it because the phone about to die.
Okay.